Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today let's go for a book review, that is Jyotisharnava Navanitam. Jyotisharnava Navanitam is a book from which I have cited in my research paper. That is Death of Father in the First 3 Years of Birth of a Child, published in the Astrological E-magazine of Ramana, Suprajarama and Niranjan Babu, father and son duo, unknown to me. Uh, it is it is a treatise of Shiva astrology. What is the Shiva school of astrology? So you know the tussle of humanity is pertaining to cult worship, consequencing in Vaishnavites, Shaivites, and the Shaktites. So possibly out of this turmoil, one sect of writing has come, known as Shiva school of astrology. Parasari school of astrology by default is falling under the Vishnu school of astrology, because in chapter 3, the last sloka possibly, Mahasi Parasari is saying about the Dasavatara Vishnu and planets. Remedy is said in the second volume of Brihat Parasara Shastra that how you have to make the replica of Lord Vishnu in mud and other things, then worship. So this is one treaty which is falling under the Shiva school of astrology. The other two are Shambhu Hora Prakasha and Gauri Jataka. Fortunately, let R. Santhanam, I do not know what R stands for. If some of you know it, please write in the comment box. So R. Santhanam, like R. G. Rao, from one of his students I came to know that it is R. Gundu Rao. If you know about R. Santhanam, the full name, please write it in the comment box. But R. Santhanam, we lucky to have translated two of them, Shambhuhara Prakasha and Jyotisharnava Navanitam. Gauri Jataka, very small book, very small book. It is pocket book. I think around 30 pages, small book. In A4 pages, it will come 7 to 8 pages. It's in Hindi. So the Shiva school of astrology, this treaty Jyotisharnava Navanitam is said to be older than Garga Jataka, Vasishtha Samhita, or even BPHS of Brihat Parasara Rasa. It is said to be because the author here is Mahadeva himself. Jyotisharnava Navanitam as Jyotisha, as Arnava, as an offering, Shiva is offering to his consort goddess Parvati in this book. It is written as told, our Santanam screen is saying, as told to Parvati, as told by Lord Shiva to Parvati. Small book. 5 chapters, but 670 slokas. I have not counted it, what Santhanam Ji has written. And the first chapter begins with the miscellaneous, the Bala register, from which I inspired and I wrote that research paper, that death of father. Here it is the death of the newborn, but if you go to the Brut Parasar Horasatra, you can say that it is not the Bala register, it is rather the register to the parents. Vice versa. One, it's similar thing. Like, how can it's possible? Like, I'm telling you, your duty was to, in this life, to bring one of your pitris as your offspring. That means you fathered a child, and your duties in this life is over. So you are gone. So that's how it happens. Death of the father after the birth of a child. Anyway, so Jyotisharnava Navanitam is a small book with 5 chapters but 670 slokas. First, it is saying about Balalistas, then it is saying about Ashtaka Varga, then it is saying about yogas, if I remember correctly. The first chapter is very interesting for me. When, which criteria a child will born, will die in this year, that year, very extensively, very systematically, a child will burn. I do not know why the longevity, whether the longevity chapter is there or not. Let me have a glance because I hardly come prepared. No, no. The other transit of planets, Gochar is mentioned. Remember, when transit is focused in any classics, it is inspired by Bhrugu Jyotisha, because there are some Bhrigu principles by which you can predict time without looking at the sun. Reference Guruvar Ken Rao. I have never applied. Recently, one book, possibly by Joy Yadav, uh, predicting event without the sun. He's taking Gochara, and his book is published by Big Note, under which my book on medical astrology is under publication. That's why I can say. But here, transit is coming means it is backed by some Bhrigu principles and Ashtaka Varga too. Uh, so, the authenticity of this book is again doubtful because, uh, with all due respect to the believers of Lord Mahadeva, the worshipper, the tapasvis of Lord Mahadeva like me, what Lord Mahadeva has said to Goddess Parvati, it cannot be transcribed in a book form. It is just indicative, like Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Mahadeva is saying no. So similarly, as no author is not there, so dating back this book is a problem. It is only said by our Santanam, it is oldest to Garga and other things, but I am not finding many other. If you go to the Garga Hora, a very small book, it is only saying that if two planets in house, if three planets in the same house, if four planets are in the same house, what are the results? Just creating combinations. Gargahora is a very old book, uh, which can be imagined from its style of writing. See how I can predict. If sun is in the first house, this is the result. If sun And in the second house, this is the result. If Sun and Moon both are, this is the result. If Sun, Moon, and Mars both are in the first house, Sun, Moon, Mars, and Venus both are, Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. So this is how only the combinations. But here, Jyotisharnava Navanitam is not appears to be that lucid. So even if it is said to be older than Gargahora, personally I don't agree. It is transit techniques are mentioned, Astakavarga is mentioned. So if you compare with Gargahora to this book, Jyotisharnava Navanitam, Gargahora appears to be older. Who knows? This is the problem with astrology, for which uh, you know the dating of event is a problem here. Uh, that is why we are falling back in the line of Indological studies and astronomical studies. Anyway, so being a very rare book and also being translated by Art Santana, you should have a copy. Not available now. I think 1993 the translation came by, or before that, R. Santanam and Associates. They have not outsourced the copyright possibly, for which this book is out of print now. But good news is you can have the online copies. I have the online copies. I download them. I get it printed and keep it for me for my own reference. Though even the cover page of Pura Ratnam, which is you will not get it, the print it is not, it is out of print. So it's still there. But here you will not get the cover page also. Only the text are mentioned in the some sites of internet. Referring classics, the boring thing is the monotony. Moon is Manokaraka, everywhere it is mentioned. But the beauty is the little differences. Like this book starts from the Balarista first and then continues. I don't know whether Adhana Lagna is mentioned here in this book. Uh, I don't know. Had that been so, then it is a very recent book, but possibly it is not there. So, Jyotisharnava Navanitam is a must for any astro researcher to compare two chapters, chapter 1 and chapter 3, which is about transit. Chapter 1 is all about the Balarista. It is miscellaneous chapter. So, these two chapters are very important. You can refer to them. I must say, I am not promoting any books. Nobody is paying me for any book. The publisher is not paying me for my book. Forget about this. I mean, I have exempted the royalty for the first edition so that maximum will avail the book in very low price. But people will say why I am saying about R. Santhanam's translation, because nobody else has done it. And among the translators, personally, I praise R. Santhanam. From Bruhat Parasara Horasastra, Parasara, then this possibly Sarabali, uh, Jatak Parijat, Jyotisharnava Navanitam, Hora Ratnam, Sambhuhara Prakasa, many translation he has done. So I bow down to him for that, for this kind of effort. for which at least a person like me can comprehend a rare book. So, if possible, refer to Jyotisharnava Navanitam or start referring to that. You will find interesting writings. If you have your own views regarding this book, welcome to share. Welcome and please share it in the comment box. So, as I am busy in writing my books now, so I will not produce many videos. Neither I will write in many research magazines because I have to concentrate on books. Because those things I'm done in. I mean, more than 300 videos released, more than 50 research papers published. Now it is time to write few books. Still, I have this body with me. So that is the reason, nothing else. So this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I will come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namaste.